Hi, this is Tom Zimmerman, Living Well Beyond 50, utilizing all positive living sensations to live a therapeutic lifestyle so that I can improve my health, maintain my health, and prevent injuries and also hopefully prevent illness and diseases. Again, this is Tom Zimmerman. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider it. And if you like this video and the content, please give me a thumbs up. Appreciate it. Well, I just got finished with my cycling, and that's my pre-strength training warm-up, which I do. But tonight I did 4 miles on my bike just to loosen up, get the heart rate going, moving the blood so that I'm ready for some strength training. Now, you've probably seen some of my strength training videos in the past. If you haven't, check them out. But I just wanted to show you my routine. This is part 2 of my exercise routine for the evening. I usually start around 7:30, and sometimes it goes to about 9 o'clock depending on my pace. But at this point, I just want to show you the different activities that I do with this bench here. Which is cables, and of course I got the old-fashioned weight bench here with some dumbbells, smart bells if you will. I have my stationary bike over here, but tonight I did the real thing and I rode my bike. So coming off this cycling, I am pretty much warmed up. I got somewhat of a sweat going, and I go right into this. So let me just show you briefly the exercises that I do, that I incorporate into my strength training. And I usually do this 3 times a week, sometimes 4, sometimes 2, depending on what's going on in life. You know, you got to be in life, you got to be in it. And sometimes you do the things that are necessary, like my career. So, but this is leisure, this is my free time. So what I do is I normally get my back straight, and again, this is on rollers, and I do 20 of these, and these are for my quads, and I also use my calves when I do the quads. As you can see, I push up and breathe, and usually before I do my upper body, I'll be stretching out while I'm doing these leg presses. Now this is my own weight, not my total weight because I'm on a slant. I believe there's one more notch, but I haven't checked that out. But this is the level that I do. So I do 20 of those, and once I'm done with that, I go right into the arms. It's a very simple pulley system here. Again, it's my weight. I weigh about 175 tonight. And come down and push through. Get a nice rhythm, continue to breathe, and I do about 20 of these. And the first set is the most challenging because I just have to warm up my muscles. Again, get my heart rate going so I can pump the blood and oxygen through my body to get a real good workout, a good pump. So once I do 20 of those, I go right into doing my calves, tippy toes. And at the same time, I'm loosening up my upper body for the next upper body strength training motion, which will be pull-ups. So I do 20 of these. It's good for my calves, and it's a good time to catch my breath to get into the next exercise, which I'll do now. I just come up a bit higher, shoulders near the top, grab the pull-up bar, and do 20 of these. It's important to breathe. Inhale, exhale. So 20 of these. As you can see, I keep my head up, especially when I get to the bar up top so I don't hit my head, which I've done many times before. But it's also a good way to strengthen the neck. So once I'm done with the bench there, I go right into the dumbbells, or smart bells if you will. And 45-degree angle, I do 20 of these. And breathe. Especially going right into this other exercise, you want to keep breathing. Make sure you bring the oxygen to your muscles, and then you keep your stamina and exert your strength. Strength training. So I do 20 of those, and then I usually move up on here and work on my shoulders. So I do actually 30 of these, and it's important to keep your back straight and just bring your shoulders up and ease them down. These are great for your trapezoids. As you can tell, I'm breathing somewhat heavy because I'm going right into it. So I do 30 of those, and once I'm done with that, I go overhead, work on my triceps, and I do 20 of these. I go right into it. I do not rest because I want to get a strength training aerobic workout. I just got off the bike, so I rested a little bit. I go right into this, but I'm pretty well lubricated. Go right into that. So once I do that exercise, because I worked my triceps, now I'm going to work on my biceps. So I do these somewhat a slow pace to get a burn. I do 12 on each side, so I usually just count to 24. Make sure you breathe, because your heart's pumping and you need to get the oxygen throughout your body so you can maintain your endurance. So I'm getting a good pump now after doing the cycling with my legs. Now I'm doing my upper body. Feels really good, especially that I'm warmed up. So once I do 20 of those, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll walk around my bench just to catch my breath, give it a little rest. It's just a routine I have. So I can catch my breath. Then because I just did my biceps, again I'm going to work on my back and triceps. So I go right into these. I do 32 of these on each arm. Keep your back straight. I got my weight on there and on my left knee. So these are good for your triceps, your back, shoulders. Real good workout. And this breaks it up nicely after doing the biceps. Now I do the triceps again. So then what I do is I switch to the left arm, and I do about 32 of these. And at the same time I'm breathing, I'm catching my breath. Make sure you keep your back straight. It's important to have your form and maintain that form throughout the exercises. So after doing 32 of those, I will then do the most difficult for me because I never were able to press a lot of weight. It's genetics. Bench and press. It's not my forte, but I do what I can. So I do 24 of these, actually 12 on each side. I tap my shoulder there to keep my form. Tap it on the way down. Tap, up, tap, down. And breathe. I usually have music playing. I have my favorites, and I just put on no plug for Spotify, but I enjoy Spotify, and I have my music that I enjoy. So I get into the zone, and I don't think about anything but working the body and doing the best form I can. So after those, I take a little bit of break. I usually walk around and pretty much take it from there and go into the next exercise. So this exercise is again with the triceps. Sometimes I switch it around, so I do back and forth, but I feel like a good burn tonight, so I just go into these. Just watch your teeth. So I do 20 of these. So at this point I have a pretty good burn going. Upper body, breathing deep and efficiently. So the next thing I do is these. You have to make sure your shoulders are okay. You got to be careful. Some people eliminate this from their workout, but so far I'm doing well, and again, form is important. So start from here and just come up. And I usually, the first ones I do is probably to 12 or 14, and then I end my second set. I try to get up to 18. So again, form is important. I don't bring it any higher than my shoulders because you have to be careful of your rotator cuff. Again, I'm not a physical therapist. I'm not a trainer. I'm just an ordinary individual. I've watched YouTube videos. There's a lot of experts, and the most important thing is to make sure that you have someone who's qualified teaching you how to do this, the right way. So this is my way, but I would recommend that you go onto YouTube. There's some individuals that are definitely licensed and trained well, certified. And this is where I get my information, and it works for me. There's some variations of exercises, but you'll find one that suits you. And that's what I recommend. You don't have to do my workout, but I would recommend that you do strength training. You could do push-ups, you could do sit-ups. There's so many different ways to strength train, but I'm just giving you my basic routine. Sometimes I change it up. Sometimes I do other exercises. I put the bench down and do some bench presses. And then I have aerobic strength training. That's a video that I did, I think it was about last year. You could check that out too. But the next one I do is this. You got about shoulder width, keep your back straight, and again, these are for the triceps. And you want to do it a little slower than I'm doing now, but you want to get a burn. And I do 20 of those. So the whole thing is straightening out your arm. You'll feel it in your triceps. So pretty much would be my first set. I told you how many reps that I do. And sometimes I do 3 sets, but because of the time element, and when it gets close to 9 o'clock and all that, I'll end up doing 2. Weekend I might do 3, and I might change it up with some other exercises. Oh, so that's a brief look at my routine. I hope you can incorporate this in your life. Strength training is very important, especially when you get to 50 and above. You're in the senior class when you hit 50. You're not officially a senior until you're, I think, 62. And then 65 comes Medicare. So that's a whole different class. But a lot of my peers are in the same area of senior living. I'm going to be 66 this month, the end of this month, and it's spring. So I'm hoping that you spring into healthy living and you can join me. Again, my name is Tom Zimmerman. I incorporate living sensations, and I'm living well beyond 50, and I hope you join me. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please check out my other videos too. I appreciate it. Thank you, and be well.